everybody, it's Sean at Cobra. We're here in Corona, California at Pro Circuit World Headquarters. And as most everybody knows, we've got a Pro Circuit pipe and silencer on the new 2013 CX65. The relationship started about 3 years ago, actually at Redbud, at the Redbud National. That's our home national. I looked up Mitch and brought our new, very unique, patent-pending two-piece cylinder to him to show it to him, and asked for his help in developing a pipe for the new bike we were working on. And he said absolutely, it'd be great. He wants to work with Cobra, which was great news to hear.
Sean had showed up at one of the races at Redbud a few years ago and showed me the new cylinder that's on the 65 and what they were planning on doing and some of the new innovative things that they had planned on implementing with the bike. And for us, you know, it was like in the past I've shied away from the real mini bike market, you know, like with the Cobras and all the little bikes. Just didn't really think, you know, we needed to do it, but, you know, like I see now that like where all the kids come from, and it's funny is like we got Cincerillo and Baggett and all these kids, you know, and they all talk about, oh, I remember when I rode a Cobra and I remember this, you know, and like, so we thought it would be kind of cool to get involved with them because they seem to be able to harvest some really good talent, and it's good for us to get our brand involved with those kids at a young age.
We're here to go to the next step in that relationship. Mitch has been working on some internal stuff on the engine. It's his first cut at doing some porting and looking at the crankcase and the cylinder head.
I went inside the engine and we did a cylinder and head mod to it, and it actually it's you know, quite impressive. You know, like it runs good standard, but when we did the cylinder and the head, it didn't lose any bottom and helped the mid-range power and the top and over rev. So I'm certain when the kids get a chance to ride that, I think they'll really like that.
So we're going to take a look at the product here at the Pro Circuit facility, and then we're going to head out to Lake Elsinore and let a couple of kids that really know how to ride these bikes well give it a test. So we had all three size bikes out here today at Lake Elsinore. On the little bike, on the junior, we had Danger Boy Deegan, or Haiden Deegan. He's a big jumper, just like his dad was, so we're looking at that chassis carefully, looking at the rear suspension, looking at the front suspension, trying to make that bike better for him as he goes into the championship season this summer. On our 50cc senior bike, we had Ryder DiFrancesco just burning up some laps out here. He looked great on the bike, looking fast. He rides with his feet up, so it's a lot of fun to see him go through the rough stuff. Even around corners, rough corners, he keeps feet up and keeps the thing pegged. And on the 65, we had two of the top kids in the nation, Bennett and Jett Reynolds. Both of those guys got a chance to try the new Pro Circuit modified 65, and both of them really liked it. And then we also had a good intermediate kid from the Midwest, Miles Higgins, out here. And again, I think that bike is that engine is one that really works for everybody. It's got a lot of low end. With the Pro Circuit mods, it certainly has a bunch of top end now as well, and it really is a broad power band that serves a wide variety of riders.
We see them as a real manufacturer, especially in the little bike market. So, you know, for us to be involved with him, like hopefully on the 50 and the 65 and whatever they decide to bring out, we want to be involved. The two-stroke market is something that I kind of grew up doing, you know, like from the Husky shop. You know, we started doing pipes and kept going and until two-strokes stopped. And then they're not out, but especially in the mini bikes and stuff like that, a two-stroke is so hard to beat. They're light and they're nimble and they're less expensive, you know, for an average person to work on. You know, like when you get into the four-strokes, some of the things that scare some of the kids is working on the engine, you know, like by themselves. This thing's so little and dinky, you know, like you just pull the cylinder off and the head off, a couple bolts, and then, you know, you're looking at everything, and it's pretty neat. And that's what two-strokes used to be, was just the simplicity of them was pretty good.
As anybody knows who's taken a close look at the CX65, it's one of the most technologically advanced motorcycles of any size out on the track. There's a lot of technology in the engine, a lot of technology in the chassis, and we've been working really hard to get those two aspects of the bike working carefully together, closely together, in harmony, so that the bike flies around the track.
The way their bikes are right now, that they're going to be competitive for a long time going, and it's nice to be involved in them, and we want to help them do that. You know, if we can help them, doing two-stroke development and stuff like that for me is fairly easy, and maybe we could keep them competitive with the other guys, so that's our goal. And they're made here in the United States. So
one of the really cool things about motocross, one of the reasons that I stuck with the sport all the way through mini bikes myself, up into the business of the sport now, is the family part of it. It was really cool being out here today with all the families, the Bennett family, the Reynolds family, the DiFrancesco family, Deegan family, the Higgins family. They all come out here, they all spend the day together. Nobody's stuck behind an iPad or a computer or a television. That's why the sport is so great, and that's why all of us enjoy it so much. So that's a big piece of what we do. That's a big piece of why Cobra as a family itself is such a powerful entity in the sport, is because we really promote getting those kids out of the house, getting the families together at the racetrack, and having a lot of fun together.